You've emailed for an appointment 2 days in a row.
Tell me what's going on.
I've never seen a case like this before. 23 identities live in Kevin's body. Did something happen?
The disorder that this group of people live with, plurally, is called D.I.D. It's Disociative Identity Disorder. A condition that means that leaves a group of people sharing one body. So you'll have one person to begin with, and at a point early in their life, they suffer trauma that is generally repeated and inescapable. The way that that person somehow doesn't decide to deal with it, but the way that this person deals with it is to fragment, is to say, all right, what part of me can maybe help me through this? And instead of just utilising that attribute or that personality trait, they personify it. In the case of my character, for example, Kevin is abused by his mother repeatedly, and he has no escape. He's 3 years old. And so whilst receiving that abuse, this character, Kevin, by fragments, splits, if you like. Instead of experiencing that abuse, starts to wake up from that abuse covered in bruises. What I've decided happened was that Hedwig, one of the children that I play in this film, would take his place. And Hedwig took that suffering, took that beating, took that abuse. And the reason why it was Hedwig in particular is Hedwig is all about naivety and joy and looking for the fun in life. And he took that for the rest of Kevin. And then as Kevin went through the rest of his life, there were more and more and more parts of his personality that were personified and took on their own lives, if you like. So ultimately he ends up having 23 personalities.
Direction is, how do you activate the actor? How do you get them to find empathy for the character? How do you activate their best version of themselves, their empathy? You write these parts, they're very specific, they're really different human beings to me, and trying to get him and I to find who that is. The challenge is, you know, normally I'm hiring a child to play a child and a woman to play a woman and that kind of thing. And so those were challenging in that way. But what's really interesting about the characters is that the disorder is really fascinating in that they know you see this, but they know that they don't look like this. So it's kind of like they're sympathetic to you that you have this limitation to only see this one version of them, but they're very aware of who they are.
Maybe like 3 or 4 of the personalities that I play have come very naturally to me, and then need some, you know, extra work and all that kind of stuff, of course. But I enjoy playing Hedwig because he is an innocent, and he's naive, and he's goofy, as you like, and fun, as you like.
Okay.
But at the same time, you're talking about a child who has not really properly grown up. Like the rest of the people that grow with Kevin, they all grow, they become adults. Some of them have got jobs and pay taxes, and they've got hobbies, and they've got friends, and they've got lovers and things like that. Whereas Hedwig is in a state of arrested development. He's only 9 years old. He's desperately trying to cling on to his childhood that he never really had, because most of his childhood was taken up with being abused by his mother. And because of that, even though his entire prime characteristic is joyfulness and fun and this goofy nature, he's got a malevolence about him, and he knows violence, you know. And I found that a really interesting character to play, because you could make the audience laugh their heads off, and then you could make them really scared, like kind of within seconds of each other, you know.
He's done awful things to people, and he'll do awful things to you.